welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hi, my name is Ananya Karimani and I make videos focusing on beauty from the inside out. And today's video is kind of different, kind of special, just because I have just finished 1 month of creating content on YouTube. So this video is actually more of a structured ramble as to how my experience has been creating content on YouTube for 1 month. Now, I know a month is not a long time, but I mean, it's a journey. There's many videos out there that explain how to start a channel, is it too late to start a channel, all of that. But I don't know if there's that many that just gives you raw information on how a person's experience has been. So the way I wanted to make this video is to basically just go down 3 main categories, which are before getting started, actually creating the content, and then post-production, because these 3 steps are super important, and there's a lot of things that have gone up and down or can go up and down in these 3 sections. But just to go into more detail, I've kind of segregated into subcategories as well. So under each, I talk about specific things like mindset or equipment before starting, and actually script writing and content creating, like actual videography, putting it all together and just getting used to talking in front of the camera. It's just been a little bit of everything. I mean, hopefully you guys are able to get some insight on how it's been before starting and what it actually means to create content and what it means to edit, which is not that fun. If you guys like this video so far, then please make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit that like button. Again, thank you guys so much for being so supportive in the past month, especially for all of you guys who have reached out to me and supported this channel in general. It means a lot, and I can't wait to grow with it and have you guys share this journey with me as well. I don't want to make this introduction any longer than it is, so let's just get started. So number 1, before starting. I'm probably going to say this about all the 3 steps, but again, before starting, like that whole time period was really important for me because, I mean, I was trying to start for a really long time, and there are so many people out there who are super talented and also want to start really badly, and I would say just, you know, actually start. And in order for me to do that, it took a really long time. So that was probably like the first struggle and the most important struggle, because without starting, I guess I would not have had any of the experience. But one of the most important things that I've learned is the mindset that you go into as you start this channel. Before actually starting the channel, the most important thing to think about is why you started the channel. And I know why I started the channel, and if you guys have watched my first YouTube video, I basically clearly just explain exactly what I want my channel to represent and what this channel means to me, and basically what I want to put out there in the world. And that was kind of one of my most important videos, just because I needed clarity and I wanted to give clarity to the people who are watching as well. So I'm really glad that I was able to have like a clear idea, because whatever I'm going to say next would have been really difficult, and that is the money does not come right away. I mean, I don't know if this is obvious or if people just imagine that becoming a YouTuber just means instantly getting paid, but it's definitely not like that. But it takes a lot of time, and there's some specifications in order for you to even start getting paid, and that's a long process. I mean, majority of the YouTubers who are really big right now, it definitely took them like a year or, you know, even sometimes longer in order to actually start getting paid. I mean, that's one of the most important things if you're trying to get into YouTube as a part-time job or even as a full-time job. The money doesn't come automatically. The next thing is equipment. So this also falls under before you actually start shooting, because obviously you want to have certain type of equipment in order to produce good quality content out there. So some of the things that I purchased, or like the most important things, are obviously a camera. I did not have a camera before, and I got 2 lights and a tripod. So I'm definitely not saying that you need to go out and buy a camera if you want to get started and all you have is a phone does wonders. In fact, I'm not really telling you to do anything or not do anything. I'm just sharing my experience and like what I did. So yes, I did go out and buy a camera, also just because I don't think my phone would even have that much storage. But again, I'm still in the starting stages, so it's like I'm just using whatever it came with, which is like the body and the lens that it came with. So it's not like I purchased any lenses, but it still makes a really big impact. If you don't have a camera, I think what's more important is the lighting and the sound. People want to see bright and audible videos. But this is the way my setup looks right now, as you can see. The camera, the tripod, and the lights definitely is very, very important. I still have some things that I want to invest in more, like a really good mic and possibly a lens as well. So basically, I kind of had all of this down before I actually started. I got everything, I was super excited, and now it gets to basically starting. Number 2, creating. I don't know why, I just thought it would be super easy to come in front of the camera and just talk, because obviously nobody's watching and you're just sitting and looking at yourself and just talking. But it's not that easy, and it's not because you're not confident. Like, I'm used to talking in front of the camera. I can talk in front of people. I love talking in front of people, but it actually takes a lot of time when you are trying to teach or bring value to somebody else while creating this content, because you don't want to mess up. More than messing up, it's like you want to make sure you're giving the right information and giving all of the information. Oh my God. I don't know if this was just not that obvious to me, but obviously, like, I watch a lot of YouTubers and they're just talking and talking, and I can just see them like not mess up, and like they're just giving all the information. I don't know why, I just thought it just comes naturally, and for some people I'm sure it does. But script writing is like an actual thing, and when I made my first video, I wrote down like everything, like word to word. And like obviously when I tried to say it word to word, and I think I've come a long way from there, where I don't write down every single sentence that I'm trying to say. I'm just getting used to like talking normally, like having a normal conversation. Script writing is still very important, and it takes a lot of time, just because I obviously have put a lot of effort into researching whatever I want to say and just make sure that I don't forget the most important points. That was more about script writing. Now, actual like video production and just videotaping. Again, there are some videos that I can just sit and talk through it and just do it in like 30 minutes. And some of them take me like, you know, an hour or two. And like maybe if it's not coming right, like I go on to the next day to do it, just because I want it to be a good video. And making sure that that video turns out well, it just takes a lot of time. So, I mean, that's another important lesson that I've learned, is obviously like creating the content, writing the script, and actually recording yourself takes a lot of time. If you're able to like split it into days, maybe like the research and the script writing is like day 1, actually videotaping is like day 2, and then I'll get into this later, but like the editing would be day 3. There's probably 2 things that I've learned the most when creating or like actually videotaping is 1, actually talk to the camera or like the audience as if you're talking to another person. Like I said before, when I was writing the script, it was more like I was really being specific about everything that I had to say, and it's so much easier to just talk like normally and just remember all like the bullet points that I want to say. So that's probably one of the things. And the other thing is the way I actually record and stuff. So it's not just me sitting and talking the whole time, but there's a change in screen, so you know, you guys are able to understand what's happening without getting lost. See, now you think the hardest parts are done. That is what I thought as well. I mean, obviously taking the first step is super, super hard. That's probably the hardest thing that you could do. And then creating valuable content to people out there who are, you know, trusting you, believing in you, all of that is really hard. But editing is super, super difficult, and I don't think I realized that, because I've always done a lot of these like projects and video editing. I do audio editing, especially for my dance, when I'm like mixing music together and stuff. It's not something that I'm like not used to. I know how to use the software, but it takes a really long time. I don't know if it's because I mess up a lot when talking. Not really. It's just like, when you're combining things together, there's a lot of little things in between that you gotta cut out and just make the transition smoother. And the first video that I recorded, actually the first 2, I mean, obviously the first one was like super short, but the second one, where it was like how to wake up early, it took me like 7 hours to edit. And I was like, I don't know if I'm doing this wrong, but I was completely focused. It's not like I was fooling around, wasting time. I was like sitting in front of my computer and my eyes were burning because I was just staring at a screen for such a long time. Then I was like, okay, on Thursday, my video is going to be about beauty from the outside, where I go over like this makeup look. It was a simple, natural makeup look. And obviously, speaking into the camera, just recording it wasn't that difficult because it was like I'm doing my makeup as I'm talking. It's just something that's just easier. Like I'm able to do it more comfortably. And even that took me like 5 to 6 hours to edit. And obviously, like, it's not like it's my biggest strength to just, you know, go out and edit my videos like a professional editor would probably be able to do. So I decided, obviously, I would want to put my time into creating more because that's where my expertise lie, I guess. And outsourcing editing was probably like the most important. Wow, I say everything is most important. Everything in this video is most important. But again, like if you want to save your time and energy and you don't want to burn out right in the beginning, because obviously it seems like you're putting in a lot of time and you know you're just in the beginning, so you might be getting like a few hundred views. You don't want it to seem like it's not worth it. So definitely like outsourcing editing or just having someone like a friend or something like help you out in the beginning would definitely be helpful. More than advice, it's just like what I did, and I found that to be really, really helpful. And last but not least, just putting it all together. And again, even if you have started, you have the right mindset, you have your equipment, you wrote your script down, you recorded, you have the edited video, it's still a process to put it all together, like create your title, create your description, have all the tags in, and have your thumbnail. All of that also takes a lot of time. So I know there were like, especially in the beginning, not that like I've gotten that far, it's still the beginning, but just like in the first couple of videos, and I was like, okay, you know, like just everything is done. I have the video, just got to put it up there, click, I guess upload, and it would take me like 10 minutes. Like 10 minutes is a lot, you know, it shouldn't take that long. But again, like making sure the title makes sense and making sure the description has everything that I want to put out there, linking all the makeup products in the description just because I want to make sure that information also gets out there. That also took a lot of time. I guess overall, my experience has been really like a learning process. It's definitely been a very, very great journey. Obviously, there's a learning process in everything and anything that you do. And if there isn't one, then you're probably not doing it right. But I'm making videos because I enjoy talking to people, I like giving value, and I just like the idea of helping somebody believe and work on their beauty from the inside out. And that's what I want to spread out there. So this is definitely something that I've realized that I enjoy doing, and that's why I'm going to continue doing it. But again, there have been so many crazy moments already in this past month, like files getting lost, or like camera battery not being charged, or like running out of space on my computer, or like I had to send the video and I didn't have enough storage on my computer. So I mean, out of all the things, I guess like the funniest stories would be the fact that like I have recorded at like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, just because, you know, the house is completely quiet at that time, which is obviously super important. I have had to delete almost like everything on my laptop in the very beginning, just because I used to edit by myself and I used to transfer the file, and it takes up so much storage. But I think it's because I probably wasn't doing it right. But like the file that I put on Final Cut Pro took up like 112 GB, and I was like, I don't think there's any file in my laptop that has 112 GB or that takes up that much. So like I just couldn't process the video, so I had to like delete a lot of things. So that's a really big struggle that I had. Then even just uploading the video from my camera to my laptop, there's a lot of times that I guess the wireless connection, the internet, I don't know if it was like not stable, it wouldn't recognize the camera and it wouldn't send, or it'd take like a really, really long time. And just I guess sending really long videos from the camera to my computer takes a lot of time. So I basically used to keep it overnight, like so the transfer could happen just overnight, because it used to take like a couple of hours, and then by the next morning my camera would have died, and then I wouldn't have a chance to record the next video until I charged it. So it's been crazy. But it's definitely been really, really fun. And I mean, if you're watching this because you want to start a YouTube channel and just want to know like how somebody's first month has been, I would say it's been fun. And if you are trying to start, then definitely do it, just because you'll learn a lot about yourself too. And I think any project that you take, there is always something that you can learn about yourself, like whether you're a perfectionist or not, or how comfortable you are talking in front of the camera or not. It's just like you won't really realize what you do or don't do, or who you are really, unless you like try something new. Okay, so that was my structured ramble. Hopefully you guys could follow along through the process. Like I said, I'll also put the timings in the description bar below so I can explain like the number one, before starting, or creating the content, and actually like post-production when you actually post the video. After going through that, I just shared some of my personal memories, which probably got me really like scared in the beginning as to like how exactly am I supposed to do this. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure you subscribe to this channel and give a thumbs up to this video. And if there's anything that you guys would like to see, whether it's for within, or whether it's like a makeup tutorial, or a lot of people did ask me this as to when I first got my haircut, how I curled my hair. So yes, I did a haircut. If you see my past videos till now, when I do my hair tutorial, I will be sharing with you guys like who cut my hair and exactly what the cut is and stuff. But it was really exciting to chop it all off, and it was like a decision that I was like really convinced this time, compared to most other times where I literally go sit in the chair and I'm like, no, I think just a trim is okay. So it's definitely like a bold step that I took, because I've never really had short hair. If you consider this short, it's short. I mean, it could be shorter, but it's as short as I would probably go. So you guys will see all of that in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and I will see you guys next week.